So let us continue one by one. So first one is the ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. As we discussed in the architecture, so ALU is responsible to perform different arithmetic and logical operations in coordination with the temporary register and 8-bit accumulator. So different logical and arithmetic operations like 8-bit addition, 8-bit subtraction, 8-bit logical operation, ANDing operation, logical ORing operation, logical XORing, that is exclusive ORing operation, complementation, that is logical NOT operation. Now in this case, complementation operation will work on accumulator. So accumulator contains complemented and result always you are getting in accumulator. Then incrementation, that is addition of 1 in the given register. Decrementation, where subtraction by 1 from the given register. Shifting operation, left shift and right shift kind of operations, where accumulator contents get shifted to left or shifted to right depending on the instruction provided by the user. Clearing operation, clearing of the flag accumulator contents. So these are the various functions observed with the ALU block, and depending on the operation of the ALU, the flag bits get modified. This is about the register set. So here bracket 8 indicates 8-bit capacity, 8-bit register. So here accumulator is 8-bit of size 8-bit. B register, C register. So B register is paired with C register, D is paired with E register, H is paired with L register. So these are the general purpose registers, and SP stack pointer and PC program counter, these are the two 16-bit special purpose registers. So general purpose registers, so 6, as I said, 6 registers are there of 8-bit capacity, that is B, C, D, E, H and L. So pairwise registers also available, BC pair, DE pair and HL pair. So these pairs are mainly utilized during the 16-bit operation, that is addition, subtraction kind of operations. One more thing is that programmer can use these pairs to store or copy the data into the register by using data copy instructions. Then HL register pair is also used to address memory location. Also this HL register pair is known as memory pointer to access the data which is available in the memory. So HL as a memory pointer, or simply capital M, is nothing but HL register pair contents. In other words, HL register pair plays the role of memory address register. Next, accumulator and pointers. So as I said, accumulator is an 8-bit register that is part of arithmetic logic unit. Why part of arithmetic logic unit? Because after the execution of the program or operation performed by the microprocessor, always result you are getting in accumulator. So any operation, arithmetic or logical operation, always results you are getting in accumulator. Special purpose register, that is program counter, deals with sequencing the execution of the instruction and acts as the memory pointer. The program which is available in the memory, that is user program which is available in the memory, program memory, get executed one by one in coordination with the program counter. So instruction wise fetching of the opcode in coordination with the program counter. As the name suggests, program counter. So counting kind of operation with the help of this 16-bit program counter special purpose register. That's why it is also known as the memory pointer. Next special purpose register, stack pointer. So it points to memory location in read write memory, also called the stack. Stack pointer is a special purpose register to access the data which is available in the memory. Next, instruction register and decoder. The instruction register and decoder are considered as a part of ALU because depending on the instruction and its operational code in the instruction register will tell the processor that this particular command or instruction for any kind of operation, for example this particular instruction for addition operation, subtraction operation, or any logical operation. So depending on the opcode or operational code available in the instruction register, various arithmetic and logical operations get performed. So this instruction register is a temporary register for the current instruction of the program. So during the execution of the program or user program, the equivalent operational code of the instruction get stored in the temporary register, that is instruction register. The next block which is available below this instruction register, that is instruction decoder and machine cycle encoding, holds or perform decoding operation. So the decoder decodes the instruction and establishes the sequence of event to follow. Sequence of events to follow means the encoded bit pattern is given to the block available below this, that is timing and control, So timing and control block is responsible to generate different control signals such a way that to perform the operation depending on the instruction provided by the user. Now we'll see the flags available with this 8085 microprocessor. So total 5 flag bits are there. So arithmetic logic units includes 5 flip-flops which are set or reset after an operation according to the data condition of the result in the accumulator and other register. Means depending on the operation or execution of the program, or we can say that depending on the arithmetic or logical operation of the ALU, the status of the flag bits get modified. So these are the flag bits. So capital Z indicates 0 flag bit, CY indicates carry flag bit, capital S indicates sign bit, P indicates parity bit, and AC means auxiliary carry flag bit. So total 5 flag bits are there. So this is the flag register. So out of the total 8 bit, only 5 bits are utilized. At D0 location, carry flag bit. D1 location is don't care. At D2 location, parity. D3 location not used. At D4 location, auxiliary carry. D5 location not used. D6 location 0 flag bit, and at D7 location sign flag bit. We'll see one by one the flag bits. If the sum in accumulator ID is larger than 8 bit, the flip-flops uses to indicate carry called carry flag bit, which is set to 1. Otherwise it is reset. Means suppose ALU is performing arithmetic operation, that is addition operation, and if suppose the output data is greater than 8 bit, so at that time carry flag shows that the data is bigger than 8 bit, that is output result is bigger than 8 bit. So at that time the carry flag bit set to 1, otherwise it is reset. Then about the parity flag bit, in the accumulator, if suppose number of logic ones are even, at that time the parity flag bit set to 1, otherwise it is reset. Or we can say that if suppose number of logic ones are odd in the accumulator, so at that time the parity flag bit is reset. Next one is the 0 flag bit. So in case of arithmetic operation, if suppose the result is 0, so at that time 0 flag bit is set to 1. If suppose non-zero result is there, so at that time it is reset. That is in the accumulator, if suppose we are getting result 0, so at that time 0 flag is set to 1, otherwise it is reset. Then about the auxiliary carry. So during the logical or arithmetic operation, if suppose carry is get generated from lower nibble to upper nibble, that is from D3 location to D4 location, at that time auxiliary carry flag bit is set to 1. That is, if suppose the carry is moving from lower nibble to the upper nibble, that is lower 4 bits to upper 4 bits of the result, so at that time it is set, otherwise it is reset. Then about sign flag bit, after the operation, sign flag bit is set to 1 if most significant bit, that is D7 bit of the result or accumulator bit, D7 bit is 1 to represent negative result in the accumulator. So this particular sign bit is mainly observed in case of sign magnitude representation, where D7 bit plays an important role to indicate positive or negative result. So these are the total 5 flag bits observed in the flag register of 8085. Some other functions of these flag bits. These flag bits have special importance in the decision making process of the microprocessor. Decision making process is nothing but depending on the status of the flag bit, that is either it is 0 or 1, processor takes the decision depending on the command or instruction provided by the user. The condition set or reset the flag are tested through the software instruction. The thorough understanding of flag is essential in writing assembly language programs. So while writing the program, it is required to check the flag bits. The combination of flag register and accumulator is called program status word, and PSW is the 16-bit unit of stack operation. Like BC register pair, BC, DE, HL, so these are the register pairs. In this way, accumulator is paired with flag register. So pairing of this flag register with accumulator is mainly used to fetch the data available in the flag register. There is no any special instruction available to access the flag register. So PSW is mainly utilized to fetch the data available in the flag register. Interrupt and serial I/O control, as we discussed in the architecture or functional block diagram of the 8085 microprocessor. So here 8085 provides 5 hardware interrupts, that is trap, highest priority interrupt trap, RST 7.5, 6.5 and 5.5, and general purpose interrupt INTR with INTA bar, which is mainly used to expand the interrupt system. And then serial communication purpose, 2 pins are available, serial input data and serial output data. Then timing and control unit block. So this particular block is responsible to give the command to all the blocks available in the architecture. So in the architecture you will find this particular timing and control block is connected to all the blocks available in the architecture. That is, ALU is there, register selection, register bank is there, flag register, timing and control unit, serial IO block. So all the blocks available in the architecture, 8085 architecture, are get controlled with this particular timing and control block. So these are the various signals of this timing and control. So clock signal, so X1 and X2, two clock pins, where we are going to connect the tune RC and LC circuit or crystal oscillator to generate 3 megahertz clock frequency internally. Then clock out, so clock out with the same frequency of 3 megahertz. So clock out pin is mainly utilized to connect the clock signal to the external peripherals. Ready pin, so ready pin is mainly utilized to check the readiness of the processor. Either the microprocessor is busy in a particular operation or he is ready to perform the various operation. To check the readiness of the microprocessor, ready is the input signal is mainly utilized. These are the two control signals, active low read bar and active low write bar control signal. Address latch enable to demultiplex address and data lines. Status signals H0S1 and IO/M bar. DMA access pins, hold and HLDA. And these are the reset pins, reset in to reset the microprocessor and reset out to reset the externally connected peripherals with the 8085 microprocessor. So this is about the 8085 microprocessor. In the next session we will see the various signals of microprocessor and pin description or pin diagram of the microprocessor 8085.